Guys, the 3 best ways to elevate your style are wearing accessories like watches, jewelry, some glasses, etc. Making sure your fit is on point in terms of what you're wearing. And the last thing that can really step up your style is rocking a pair of nice shoes. There's a quote that goes like, it's impossible to look stylish wearing cheap shoes. And I believe that is the absolute truth. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over the types of shoes that I think every guy should at least consider having in his closet. The first pair of shoes that I'm gonna be talking about are drivers. Drivers are a type of loafer that I think are a little bit differentiated than the boat shoe type loafers. Drivers, I think, are extremely classy. They get their name from people driving cars. There's actually basically some sort of tracking or sole on the back heel of the shoe, and that's for if you're driving your vehicle and you're kind of pressing down on accelerator or the brake, kind of gives you an extra grip. But I think those shoes are a much better alternative than what a lot of guys wear, which are boat shoes during the spring and summer when it's a little bit nicer out. I can leave a couple links in the description below for most all of these shoes, and you'll be able to get them at a price point that you pretty much can't afford not to cop yourself a pair. Another thing I want to mention with really any sort of loafer is 100% is what I would recommend is to get some no-show socks. Really, that's going to protect your shoes, it's going to protect your smell, it's going to ensure that you're going to eliminate blisters, as well as achieve that European style look that is all in right now. All right, moving right along with the second pair are penny loafers. And you can get these suede or you can get them leather. The ones that I have and usually wear are leather. Because they are a loafer, they're kind of similar to the drivers, but I think they look a little bit more formal and can be dressed up better, but at the same time, you can wear them dressed down as well. And it's a very versatile shoe that I think every guy should have in his closet. The third pair is my go-to, and I think that most of you would probably agree. That is a nice, crisp pair of white sneakers. As a matter of fact, I actually made another video on 5 awesome pairs of white sneakers that you can get for under 50 bucks a pop. So I'll link that right here. But basically, most guys know that if you're rocking a pair of white sneakers, especially during the summer and spring, it just pops up your style. You're wearing a little bit darker jeans, and that just contrast looks amazing. So I would wholly recommend picking up a pair of white sneakers if you don't already. All right, moving on to definitely the more formal side of the equation. That would be a pair of black leather shoes, specifically some Oxfords. Now, if you work in an office environment, I'm sure you already have a pair or 2 or more of dress shoes. And I think that Oxfords are kind of the classic go-to type style of these kind of shoes. And I think a black pair, really you just can't go wrong. And I think every guy should have a pair of black Oxfords. You're going to a wedding, again for work, or wherever you kind of want to elevate your formal wear, that is the type of shoes that you just definitely have to have a pair of. A shined pair of nice Oxford with a matching color belt makes people look at you and say, okay, this guy is 100% on the upswing. Oh, kill him, oh, kill him, oh. The next pair might be a little bit more controversial, but I think having a pair of suede boots are amazing. The problem is with suede, if you're not really familiar, they don't really protect your feet from the cold, or if it's wet, they kind of can seep through. But that being said, the pro of the boots are you can wear them in more seasons than just, let's say, like a leather winter boot, which is also on my list because you gotta stay warm. If where you live, it's always warm, like you're in Florida or California or someplace where there's not really a whole ton of snow, skip this one. But for the rest of us, you definitely wanna have a pair of nice boots. Again, I'll leave a link in the description for most of these shoes. But these boots I got off Amazon and I started wearing them last year. They're super inexpensive, but looked amazing and kept my feet warm all throughout winter. I'm looking forward to rocking them this coming winter as well. The last pair of shoes that I'm gonna recommend are also boots, but those would be the Chelsea boots. I guess you could be dicey and wear them in the summer too, but they're a little bit more geared towards when it's a little bit colder out. Also with Chelsea boots, leather is a popular choice of material, but you could also use suede as well. And those kind of would be going towards kind of like the chaka type boot or desert boot that I mentioned before. That kind of similar aesthetic if you're wearing those. All right guys, so hopefully this video was helpful. Again, those are the shoes that I recommend you should definitely at least consider having in your closet. Now, if you don't have any of those shoes, don't worry at all. I would recommend just starting with maybe with one or potentially two of them. Start to just kind of slowly introduce them into your outfits. But again, along with accessories and fit, the best way to elevate your style game, in my opinion, is to wear a nice pair of shoes. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and you found it to be helpful and informative. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and also consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'm trying to build that upswing community and I'd love to have you on board. Okay, so that's it for today's video and I will see you in the next Upswing Report. Peace out.